What's up, Roxstars? It's Rox with the review for Real Housewives of Potomac, Season 1, Episode 2. So let's get to it, shall we? You guys, I don't know anybody like Katie. She seems harmless enough, but this whole Jewish thing, I don't want to say Jewish thing. If she's very serious about her religion, then fine. I went to school with a whole bunch of Jewish kids, so, you know, I know it's very important about the whole naming and, you know, the Bar Mitzvahs and the Bat Mitzvahs and all of the different things. You know, they go to school to learn the Hebrew and all of that, so not, you know. But, you know, it's always interesting when you have a black person that wants, because you don't just see too many, you know, black people that are Jewish. Now, one half of her, you know, one of her parents, I think she said her mother the one that was, or was it her father? I think it was her father was white, and I think he was the Jew. So she's decided that she wants to raise her children in the Jewish faith. Fine. It's just like so much Jewish. You know what I'm saying? It's just like, okay, we get it. Isn't it a personal relationship with you and your religion and your God and all of that? You know, we was over Jude. That's all I got to say. But she's having this ceremony. She has the rabbi come over, and, you know, they're discussing, you know, how they want the ceremony to go. Rabbi Mark asked her, like, well, what's going on with this? What is he? I don't even know what to call him. She was just like, oh, my boyfriend Andrew, you know, yeah, he's going to be involved. It seems to me that Katie is really trying to press this Andrew character for marriage. Andrew don't look like he nowhere near on ready to bend down on that knee. Now we're going to skip forward to the ceremony. You got Gizelle there who gets there on CP time. I tell you, we black people got to do better with getting somewhere on fucking time, you guys. But she gets there. Robin is already there. And they're having this ceremony again. You know, Rabbi Mark doesn't know what to call fucking Andrew. Andrew looked like he ain't gonna help him out on that either. Katie says she likes to keep her relationship with Andrew, what to call them, you know, muddy. She don't want people to really know that he ain't really the fiance, the boyfriend, whatever. After the ceremony was over and the black women are sitting around and talking, we get on the subject of race and how, you know, how black people aren't really Jewish, and Gizelle's just like doesn't really understand why she would even want to do this, you know, being a black person and all that. So those are the kind of things that make me have a problem with snobby people, sometimes so closed-minded. What difference does it make why she wants to be Jewish or why she wants to, you know, believe in this faith? What has it got to do with you? So if that's what she want to do, then what you worried about it for? Y'all know that's my motto. What the fuck? If it ain't affecting me personally, I don't give a fuck. So when they're talking and Gizelle, you know, I could just see a little bit of the old hateration. It was like unnecessary hateration. But what was interesting to me was, you know, how one of the girls said that she would have thought that Robin was white, and when you look at Robin, she definitely has more white features than black. She looks like a white woman. I mean, she could definitely pass. Okay, maybe if we got real close, maybe she doesn't have the same type of, you know, texture hair as white folks, but yeah, you know, and her hair is lighter, so, you know, she's contributed. Even if she wasn't meaning to do it for that reason, I mean, she's kind of contributed to the whole look. Now, when she's tells us, you know, she's always identified as being black and all that, then that's fine too. But I just thought it was interesting because I was just like, child, I thought the child was, I was like, oh, they got one white woman on there. And then, you know, we found out that, no, that wasn't really the case. But did you guys understand what I was saying about the Jewish thing? Like, are they gonna beat us over the head with this whole Jewish thing to death? Let's skip over to this girl, Ashley. There's one point in the show when Gizelle and, who was it? Was it Robin and Katie? I think it was those three. They go to some social mixer. Sit with socialites, okay? And I guess this is the socialites in Potomac, okay? And they all get together and network and, you know, figure out whatever they networking about. But what it really turned out to be is just a whole bunch of bitches getting together all damn day and getting stone drunk. Gizelle, what was interesting to me is when they all sit down, like immediately she just doesn't seem to like this Ashley girl. And I was just like, now is this editing? or do I see a little green-eyed monster coming out on Gizelle? Because it's all of a sudden sort of like, well, why are you all over this Ashley girl? She's asking her questions. We find out that Ashley's married to a 55-year-old. Ashley can't be even 30 years old. I think she said how old she was, but I don't remember. She's married to a 55-year-old white man. You know, he's wealthy, and she's, you know, just going on and on about her life, and Gizelle calls her a thought. I was just like, well, why is she a thought? Oh, I guess because she started kind of flirting a little bit with the guys that was behind her. But yeah, I was just like, Gizelle now. Are we one of those ones who get uncomfortable when there's another pretty girl in the room and that all the attention might not be on you? Now, Ashley was a lot. I'm going to give it to you guys. Ashley was turned up a little too much, but you know, that's what happens when you didn't have too much to drink. You might have be a little nervous from having the cameras there. You might have done did some shit that you didn't need to do because all the humping on people, yeah, that was a whole lot. But in her defense, it was daytime when they got there, and clearly they had been there long enough for the sun to go down, and nighttime, and it was drinks everywhere, so that's what it was. But this Ashley girl, I guess she's a new character on the show. Like, they didn't talk about her last week, but I guess she's going to be a housewife as well. I mean, they gave her her own name, you know, and all of that, so I was just like, is she one that they just didn't give us last week? Okay, she's married to this real estate developer, 55-year-old old man, okay, and when you look at her, and you look at him, you know, her, the whole cute, you know, curly, this is the bohemian look kind of I was thinking that Kim might have gone for if she would have stepped into the 2000 teens. And then when you see this old white man, like, I mean, I guess it could be that she's in love with him, but you know, you just kind of get that feeling like, girl, like, you just trying to climb the ladder. I mean, if that's what she's doing, and if he's okay with it and she's okay with it, then it's fine with me. Okay, we're gonna see how long that their marriage lasts with them if they stay on this show. I mean, it just can't be a good look for them like that. But what y'all think about this Ashley character? Is she a new I mean, is she a regular on the show as well? I don't remember seeing her with the peach, but I didn't pay much attention, y'all. So you guys, the show started where it left off last week, which was at Sheree's party with Gizelle and Karen arguing about this damn birthday seat. Gizelle doesn't understand why Karen is so upset about it, and Karen doesn't understand why Gizelle doesn't realize that it was rude and not classy. And you guys, I guess that is going to be the going theme of this season. Someone reminded me in my comments last week that that's exactly how they were on Real Housewives of Atlanta, and definitely so. I can remember the first season, Sheree was all about, you know, she was part of the elite and all of this in Atlanta, and I remember how much it bothered me then. So yeah, the girls did have that about themselves on Real Housewives of Atlanta as well. And it wasn't until the seasons went on and we knew that they was on some fuck shit, and we found out from the blogs and from social media how much bullshit they was, you know, shoveling us. And, you know, half of them didn't have houses, and, you know, they was renting and, you know, losing money and all of this. So they got out of that, you know, we elite, because we already know that you fucking not. Okay, so it might be the same with Potomac. You know, we don't know much about the city. I thought that they were saying that it was a exclusively black, you know, very high class community. Come to find out, no, it's really white folks there, and they got a few black folks sprinkled in there. And enough those ones that they got sprinkled in there, they done picked up a few that was willing to get on this show. Okay, but it's sort of like ironic that if you're going to say you're full of etiquette and class and all that, would you really get on a reality show? So already they kind of contradicting themselves. Like I said, it was contradictions all over the place last week. But yeah, we going to need to, let's look at this with a different kind of context, y'all. They already giving us some bullshit. We can already tell that it probably ain't what it was, okay? Now, back to the argument. You know, Karen just basically tells Gizelle, bitch, don't you ever think that you can come over my house with that shit. Okay, you can be up in here with Shereese and, you know, acting a ghetto ass, hood rat ass, you know, nigga if you want to. But don't ever think that that kind of behavior will be acceptable in my house. Okay, Gizelle's just like, whatever. But now she realizes that, gosh, if Karen is this upset, maybe, you know, she needs to go and talk to Shereese. Okay, so she pulls Shereese to the side and she was just like, look, I mean, we've been friends for a long time. We ain't never had this kind of problem. Shereese was just like, well, I don't appreciate you coming over to my house, bringing somebody that was uninvited. Karen was just like, first of all, he's not just my hairstylist, he's a friend. I already told you guys last week that that, yeah, I know plenty of people that ain't even got a whole bunch of class about themselves will get upset about you inviting somebody, out without asking. So, I mean, I can understand where Sharice is coming from on that point. But finally, Gizelle was just like, fuck this. I'm ready to go. Okay, she goes and tells old boy, like, let's go, we leaving. And then they have a whole big face-off in the vestibule of the house. Karen starts arguing with the guy. She was just like, she would never have the likes of him, anywhere near her house, so. Sometimes we have to know how our friends are. Like, I have friends that I know that I probably could never get away with doing something like that. I know that I can't mix certain people with these type of friends. And then I have other friends that's just cool, that's just laid back, that it wouldn't be a big deal. So, yeah, sometimes you just need to know how your fucking friends would react. And then later on, we see Karen at the house. Okay, she's preparing because her husband has family coming to visit. Oh, Auntie Dot. Karen, she's just like her face when she, it's kind of like, like she smells something stinky all the time. People call her Cruella de Vil. She has like that downturn, just like, So when you see her already, you just be like, how old are they? When you see old Uncle Jessup's husband, I mean, if he don't look like he somewhere around 75 damn years old with this extra gray hair, and they got these young kids, or they got these kids that are like college age, like obviously, I mean, I'm not gonna talk about it, but I just was like, how old? They just seem old to me. Karen, she's trying to prepare for Auntie Dot. Auntie Dot is, she's the one that has all of the etiquette. She knows how to set a table, and she knows what goes first, and she knows how everything should be prepared, because Auntie Dot worked as a fucking slave. She was in the house. She is a house nigga. I shouldn't say that. I'm just kidding about Auntie Dot, y'all. Karen, she in this kitchen, and people was making a big deal about her kitchen last week, and I was just like, oh, who cares if her appliances was white? But you guys, I was looking at that kitchen. I was like, now we got the damn mini blinds. Nigga, we can't get plantation shutters. How you supposed to be all this money and you got fucking mini blinds in your fucking house? Child, I couldn't with the mini blinds all over the fucking kitchen. But, she gets her tea together. Auntie Dot get there, honey. Auntie Dot got some shit with her. Did you see her blue nails? I said, now, I know that ain't in the damn etiquette book, Auntie Dot. You ain't fooling me. But Auntie Dot sit down, and Karen, she gives Auntie Dot the little teacup and saucer. And honey, Auntie Dot drinking, and she was just like, it's cold. Oh, I don't know if Auntie Dot got all that damn class, or if she just got to an age where she say whatever the fuck she feel like saying, okay? But Auntie Dot was like, bitch, don't invite me up over in this house no damn more with this old lukewarm ass fucking tea. They was all stressed out about whether they had Lipton's or something up in there. I was like, y'all don't drink Earl Grey? Okay, maybe I guess it is Lipton's. But yeah, Auntie Dot ain't had time for that bullshit. Now, skipping back over to Gizelle, she kind of feels like, well, her friendship with Karen and Sharice is worth, at least her attempting to save. So we see her interacting with her daughters. Her daughters seem to have a whole bunch of sense, because the daughters was just like, I've been over them damn bitches. The hell you trying to write letters and everything to them, okay? But they entertain their mama for the show. She writes up a little letter, she has the girls help her invite them out for, I guess, brunch or something, so that they can discuss, the big blowout that happened at Sharice's house. So fast forward on over to this outing. Gizelle gets all gussied up, and she goes down to the restaurant. She's waiting for them to get there. We see Karen and Sharice in the vehicle being driven there, and they already just like, I don't know why she's inviting me over here. They already are not feeling it. And again, it's that, both of them just have this air about themselves. Like I said, Karen is definitely there to do a job on the show, so I understand Karen's role, but Sharice's, why do I feel this way about Sharice? You guys, let's just look into this. Is it because she's like a darker skinned woman, and I'm feeling like she should be more down to earth because she should understand what black people go through even more than somebody that's light? I know that's not the best way to look at things, but is this the reason why I feel this way about Sharice? Or what is it about her that makes me feel like she's worse than Karen? Is it because that she didn't come from money? Karen didn't come from money either. You know, I mean, is it the things that she said? Like, y'all help me, because I need to know if I'm right in feeling this way about Charisse, or if I'm already biased towards her. You know, I need y'all to help me out on this one. Anyway, they ain't feeling it. They said that the letters was underlying shady, and you know, they already know that Gizelle is full of shit. They ordered their drinks. You can already tell Charisse was over it. Karen was more ready to just battle. And Gizelle, I don't think that even Gizelle believed all that she was trying to do with this thing, especially when she saw that they already had an attitude, so she immediately wasn't trying anymore. Gizelle says that she was offended at the party, that Karen felt that she needed to give her the gift to tell her how she should be, you know, the etiquette, the 5 rules of etiquette. Karen says, listen, I cannot be responsible for raising no grown-ass woman, okay? I can only help you out, but I can't tell you exactly how you need to be. You either have class or you don't. And this is where Charisse tells Gizelle that her friend was rude, and that, you know, she hadn't invited him, and that, you know, he was talking about doing her hair, and, you know, there was this whole discrepancy about whether or not Charisse did say it. And this is also when Karen said, but he threatened to hit me. Okay, and Gizelle was like, but did he hit you? Just like, that's not really an answer. I mean, you don't want no man threatening, but you know, Gizelle was trying to let them know that he was playing, but Karen was like, yeah, I didn't take that he was playing. I'm taking that this big ass nigga is saying that he gonna do something to me. Like, you bringing those kind of people around us, like, we don't want that kind around us. So the discussion just goes bad. Okay, I don't even think the food even got there. Charisse finally gets up and says the presence of her face disgusts her. Okay, telling Gizelle that, and that she's leaving. That's when Karen and Gizelle really get into it. You sent us these letters and you said you wanted to talk to us, and Gizelle was just like, yeah, I had the girls help me write the letters, and she was just like, oh, so now you involving your kids, you pimping your kids. I was just like, why it got to be all of that? How am I pimping the kids just because I asked them to help me write a letter? I was just like, okay, so as soon as you say something like that about somebody's kids, I mean, that already is gonna really turn me, nigga. You ain't gonna never say I'm pimping my kids. Okay, so then that just turned Gizelle off, and you know, they got to arguing, and all of this over some fucking etiquette and, you know, class and legacy and pedigree and all of this. Y'all, I'm telling you, I cannot with this show, but I'm sticking with it because it's been entertaining enough. I mean, it's nothing. I'm not going to drop it. I will tell you guys though that I am not doing Stevie J and Jocelyn's. I'm not doing their show. I'm sorry. It leaked. I watched the first episode. It is not good. I mean, when I tell you it is all acting and not even good acting, and then Jocelyn, she's not even giving her all her oomph to it. Even when she's in the confessionals, I was just like, oh yeah, I'm not doing this. And I already knew that I was going to not do one of these shows because I have too many videos to do. So definitely that won't be one. So I'm just letting you guys know it won't be in the lineup this week. If we talk about it, it'll be in top of the blogs. That's the best I can do. Alright, that's it, you guys. Let me get off of here, get back to work. Just took up my whole entire lunch. I'm not even going to be able to eat. Anyway, you guys, make sure you rate, comment, and subscribe to the channel. I'm itsrox. The channel is for itsrox, and everything else I do will be in the bottom bar. Alright. So I hope that you have a wonderful, wonderful rest of your day, and I plan on doing the same. Until next time, Roxstars. Bye.